Hi, today we'll show you how to create an animation like this. So first of all, I'm really bad in English and that's my first tutorial, so please be patient with me. So today we'll show you how to create an animation just like this, with this sort of emitters folding this modified cube like sort of. So my animation is 900 frames long, but that's a bit too long. We're gonna make like 300 frames long. That's enough. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is just download the molecular script for Blender 2.8, and there's the link in the description. You just pick it for your operating system. I have like Windows. You just click, and then it shows up, and then you save whatever you want. So once you download it, go into Edit Preferences and search for molecular script and just enable it. Okay, so we can create a new Blender file. Yes, okay, so first we're gonna set up the scene. So I'm gonna spawn display, scale it by 3. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna enable my screen cascade. Okay, so in the bottom right you should see like my keys, so you're seeing what I'm pressing. So I will start by adding a cube. This will be our collider object for the emitters, and then I'm gonna move it to the Z axis by 1. Just clicking G, Z, and 1. Okay, so I'm gonna go to this tab and goes under viewport display and display as wire, so we can see through it. Okay. Just go into edit mode by pressing tab. Go into face select mode just by pressing 3 and delete this face with the X. So we have a cube that can be filled with something. Okay, so we wanna like I some edge loops. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Go into face select. Just no. We're gonna add another loop cut here. Just selecting a bunch of those loop cuts as we just did. Okay, just press E on your keyboard, just right click and then scale in the x-axis. It should be fine. Okay. So we wanna give our cube a collision tab, something, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I prepare some notes because I'm really noob. Okay, so we need to start talking about emitters. So emitters are where the particles are gonna spawn. Yeah, that's it. So we're gonna spawn a cube, sorry, a circle, and just scale it. Yeah, that's fine. And whenever you're like changing the scale of a physics object, an object that is gonna interact with physics, you wanna click Ctrl A and apply the scale. Okay, so we're gonna go to edit mode by pressing tab and then create a face by clicking F. Then we create our emitter. So go into the particle system and then create a new one, call it whatever you want, like molecular. And then we wanna emit like 5,000 particles. That's really few, but we're gonna increase it later. Each particle is gonna have a really long lifetime. And we're gonna generate them by, I don't know, 260 frames. Okay. So, then we can just activate the molecular script, and then open another tab, and scrolling down, so we can have this window which is for like baking the molecular script, always here. So, first thing we wanted to do, because if you bake something, we are seeing like the particles going up and then down, but we want them to go always up, always down, just to go on their velocity, and to that like give a -5 value, just restart molecular, and as you can see they're going down, but they're jumping, as you can see they're jumping pretty high, so we don't want that. The first thing we want to do is select our cube, and then under the physics tab we're gonna go damping, like give it a 0.7 value. Okay, this is still recording. Okay, sorry, that's my first tutorial. So, and then into the particles here, we want to go into activate self collision and activate collision with others, and give the friction of 0.05 is good, and a damping of 0.5, 0.4 is whatever, just make it up. Okay, that's okay. We need to go to physics deflection and check size deflect, otherwise the particle will be like squeezed and something like that. And we can start by simulating, with pressing the start molecular simulation. And this is starting emitting something. Okay, of course the particles are going all the way in, like, we don't want these out of the box. Okay, so just going to the frame 0, going to edit mode, pick the edge select mode, and pressing Alt, and selecting this, we're gonna select all the loop, and with GZ, we're gonna put it up. That's good. Go into object mode, and start molecular simulation again. That's really good. We can say really good simulation. By the way, guys, if you want more tutorial on the molecular scripts, just leave a like and I'll do them. Okay, so maybe 5,000 particles is not enough, so I'll increase them to 10,000. Just restart molecular simulation. Of course, it's gonna take longer to simulate, and it's a bit lagging in the viewport, but that's fine. Okay, so we finished our baking, and when we are baking something with the molecular script, it's always gonna load up in the RAM memory. So be sure to have at least 8 gigs of RAM. Okay, 16 is like recommended, really recommended. So as we can scroll through that, you're seeing particles are doing whatever they want, and that's good because they're particles. Okay, so yeah, what if you go into the rendered view and just wait a few seconds, we can see that we don't have any particles. Yeah, that's because we haven't got like an object to displace these particles. So create an icosphere and just put it away. That's really good. Just shade it smooth, and then under the circle here under our meter, going to the particle system tab here, And under render, we're gonna go to object and icosphere. Okay. Uh, okay. That, that's really good. So if you go into Ryzen view mode, we can see we have our cube because we haven't got any materials there. So we're gonna give them later. So jump back into solid view mode, and we are going to give this ball a color. So just create a new material, and then if you have like this view, this organization with Blender like me is, and I recommend everyone to change their Blender user interface just like this, because here we have our camera, here is our modeling slash everything, and here we have our node editor. So just create a new material and call it whatever you want. Just I don't know, I'll call it black and make it black, and I'll make it a bit metallic. So here I'm gonna go into render the view mode, just Control V to box select what we're gonna render, and then here I'm gonna give this a visibility, showing render, showing viewport, no. So as you can see, we are getting our particles renders. So I'm gonna scale the plane by 10 times, so it's a bit bigger. Okay, the GPU is not exploding, that's pretty good. So we're gonna delete this lamp and just replace it with a sun lamp. Just going to just press 7 and go into top view mode. Just position wherever you want. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna give this shadow. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, give this a strength of 2 or maybe 2.5. Okay, so we're gonna give this a bit of a yellow color, but not with this color wheel. Just click use nodes and then spawn a black body temperature. Here, connect this color to the color. Yeah, just, I don't know, 4,000, maybe 5,000, maybe 6,000, maybe. Yeah, this good, that's good. Okay, so I want more reflection on the balls, so just select the balls, and under, no sorry, just select the icosphere, and then under the roughness, we're gonna give that a 0.2. Okay, so our simulation is pre-finished. I think I'm going to, what is missing? So first it's missing some backlights, so we're gonna add them, just position them. Scale it up into random view mode so we can see what we're doing. And just give this 1000 watts. No, that's too much. Maybe 500. Yeah, 500 is not bad. Okay, so just returning to solid view mode, grab the camera and just position. I like to change the focal length to 35 millimeters. I don't know, just me. You can do whatever you want. And then going to rotation. Just give it a bit of rotation here. Position lower. And I like to set the frame to 1080 by 1080. So yeah, that's good. Okay. Okay. We can save this because I don't want to lose any progress. So just call it whatever you want. And then we're gonna speak of render time. So if you ever render something in cycles, you know it can take really long. So the first thing I'm doing is like setting the device to GPU compute, because if you have not a so strong graphics card, it's gonna reduce the render times. In this case, I have an RX 580 series, like Radeon something, uh, and then just change the tile size to something bigger, and just with F12 give it a render. So at 128 samples, it took 29 seconds on my RX 580, and there's still a lot of noise. So if you downloaded the last version of Blender, which is 2.81, you know of denoising. So you're just going to under the compositing tab, you use nodes, and then you just add a denoise node. So you place that between the composite and the render layer, and then you enable denoising data, and then you put this and this into that. So we can render really low sample and noticing no differences. And before it took 29 seconds, and with the optimized render times it took only 8 seconds. That's really good. Okay, so what are we gonna do? We don't want any lights. Going to render view mode. That's good. Scale it off again. Maybe this one gonna go under. Because they say black body temperature. Sorry. Can use this 5,000, sorry. No, maybe. Yeah, 4,000 is gonna be okay. Yeah, not too bad, not too good. Okay. So we can give it another render. And that's really good. So if you're seeing there are low poly something, you can just increase your polygon under the icosphere, just give it a subdivision, but I don't want that. So by the way, the subdivision is control and 4, 1, whatever you want, just I don't use that. So I think we're ready to render. So if you don't want to show this object, you can just go under here, just select a new material, and then make this a transparent material. So if you go to rendered, it's not gonna show. Okay. Let's say you want another emitter. We're not gonna do that, but be sure to check the activated collision with others, otherwise it will not collide with other. And that's really it. So we're gonna save it wherever we want. Just set the frame rate to something smooth, like 30 FPS. Yes, we can just save it whenever we want. Just be sure to save it and an image sequence. Yes, that's great. Like to do everything very good. Cycles, and there we have it, and just slide the compression to 0% and leave the in the color management here. I'm gonna leave the filmic. That's pretty good. One thing you should always put on is the motion blur, because it's gonna add a lot of realism. So if you give a render with a motion blur, and then we just select slot 2 and we render without motion blur. We can see that the motion blur is actually doing his part. If you see like the shit is, it's because we have set like a really low sample, and even the denoise can't denoise really well. So if you just I don't know, maybe set this to 50 and render with the motion blur, it will render a lot better. It will take longer, but it will render a lot better. Okay, so as you can see, we like smooth it out, but there's still a lot of noise in this motion blur, and just delete this by increasing your samples. And that's really it. So I'm just going to give this camera a focus point, so just spawn a plane axis here. Just gonna do that. Select the camera under the camera tab here, just in the depth of field, select the empty and give it a f-stop really low. Just show it up. Maybe 0.3. Yes, that's really good. And then we are ready to render. So guys, if you want more tutorial like this, just leave a like and subscribe, and I will do more. Just goodbye.